boys and girls, and young architects. Architecture is a creative process, and by virtue of training architecture students, they are more inclined towards creativity than towards being analytical. Research is a difficult word for some of the architects because the methodology there is somewhat different than the creative process that young architects experience through their studies and in their practice. Research is more inclined towards analytics, and there is a standard process of doing research. Research in architecture. Here we will touch upon some of the basics, some of the basic aspects of understanding research in architecture. Research needs reading. You should have a lot of general knowledge about the domain in which you have decided to work. You have decided to do research, and very focused knowledge in the specific field in which you wish to settle down for your research. So, the primary aspect of doing research is to select a domain of your interest. Start collecting information on it from various fields because research can encompass various fields. Although you may be doing research related to architectural domain, but the topic of your research might be relevant to sociology, psychology, engineering, and various other fields like behavioral sciences. So, as a young researcher, you should know how this research is done and on what aspects in various other fields as well. So, you must collect information on your domain of research from various other fields as well. Photographs of activities also should be collected. If you're visiting a city, taking a example in the city related to research, then when you visit, you have to take a lot of photographs and have contrast for getting attention. Contrast is very central to the architectural exploration because when you have contrast in your design, you attract the attention of people. And when you attract the attention of people, people start finding interest in that. And that interest leads to understanding of aesthetics. So this is the process which is more related to creativity. A similar process of contrast can also be when you are presenting your research. When you have clicked a lot of photographs, some of the photographs must be converted into sketches. So there should be a combination of photographs and sketches whenever you are presenting your research in a document form so that it captivates the attention of the reader. So converting some of the photographs into sketches of your own becomes very advantageous in capturing the attention of the reader, and the reader would take more interest in reading what you have in your document as a research person. For doing research, it's not advisable to Google everything and try to get data. Google is a huge field for browsing. When you select a research topic, you need a very focused field of browsing. You need to know what other researchers have done worldwide. And for that, there are certain specific research sites where already done research through papers is available. And one must be able to focus on these research sites like JSTOR, KHub, EBSCO, Science Direct, and there are some other websites as well where you can get research papers related to your focus of study. Read research papers. What others have done in the domain or on the periphery of your domain, you must know as a researcher. So you should collect the research papers, read them intently, underline important sentences, take down notes, highlight certain aspects, and try to understand each researcher, each author of the paper, how he has done the research and how he has concluded in that research paper his research. So these are all very important things before you start your own research. One has to be very choosy about selection of topic. Architecture students especially, they like taking out of the world topics, topics which are different than others, something very innovative, something which they feel nobody else would have done. I think all these things are not very important in research. Research, one had to be straightforward and take a simple topic, because even in simple topic, one can go in depth and do research. Also, it would be a good idea to take a general topic of importance and do research. For example, color scheme inside hospitals can be one of the very simple topic where you study how colors in a patient's room have positive effect or a negative effect on the well-being of the patient. It can be done that way. So a bit of study of psychological aspects also will come into picture. So take simple topics and go in depth in its study. That is more important in doing research. Publish, which is so very important, because research cannot be kept very close to your heart and not to be shown to anybody. Research is what you show to many people. Take their opinions, improve upon your research direction, and try to do a very well established, very good research. For that, you need to reach out to the people. And for reaching out to the people, the best medium is to publish. And you must have a habit of doing publications. Write small articles even in newspaper to start with will do, although they may not be of a serious research importance. But inculcate habit. You should develop the habit of publishing. So start with small things getting published in newspaper, small things getting published in uh, magazines, and then once you know the basics of how to publish a write-up, then one can try out for serious research paper writing. But then you have to inculcate the habit of writing on your own based on the information that you have, and see that you conclude something which is so very important to the society, and then try to publish it. Remember, there is an adage in the domain of research which says publish or perish. So every researcher has this habit developed of publication, and you must write in your own simple words what you feel about a particular phenomenon, about a particular process, and about the research that you are doing. Another important thing is that you should develop standard referencing process. Observe and follow proper sequencing of references you collect. So when you read the research paper, at the end of every research paper, there are references given. Understand how these references are written. Understand the setting these references. Follow that sequence when you write your own references. And whenever you read a research paper, you should have a habit of immediately noting down the reference of that research paper, so that when you write your own research paper, you should not start searching for the research papers that you had referred earlier and then start putting together the references. References should be put together while you are reading a research paper. You should immediately note down that reference somewhere so that it becomes handy for you when you write your own research paper to put together the references for that paper. And write the abstract of the research paper that you will write after almost finishing the main paper, because abstract can only be written when main paper is almost ready. Then you can always encapsulate the abstract, the research paper, into a small version which is called abstract, and then put it at the beginning of the paper. Here I would like to show you how to publish. This is one of the magazines in India, Architecture Plus Design. And in this magazine, one of my article, not a very serious research paper, was published, which can be important to the final year students. Making of an architect. How is the title? How is the name of the author written? How is the introduction? And then the subheadings. And of course, the visuals. So this is an article which was written a couple of years back. And finally, the references. So look at every component of a document which is to be published and which are already published. You should study everything, how the references are written, how the heading and subheadings are, For
Mhm.
example, here the heading is making of an architect, and then under that the subheadings are what to look for to start with as your thesis topic. Then what is the relevance of your thesis topic, how to develop passion for doing thesis, how the topic is to be selected, the time frame available to complete it, and what is to be done within that time frame, and whether your thesis would be design based thesis or research based thesis. This is just a glimpse of how to write a research paper, how to write an article I have presented to you. So based on this, in this systematic manner, if you collect the information, fix up your domain, try to find out how others have done the research work in that particular domain or domains which are related to your topic, read everything. Try to read from the psychological point of view some research paper, try to read some sociological point of view some research paper, try to read engineering point of view some research paper which are connected to your topic of interest. Take down the notes so that you can get the direction in which you should proceed. And that is how one need to go ahead with research in architecture. Thank you.